Good morning all of you. In last video we have seen different phases of cell cycle, interphase and M phase. Interphase we have already completed in last video. So now we will see M phase. We have two kind of divisions, mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis, in which the genetic material of eukaryotes is duplicated when one parent cell divide into the two daughter cells with the same chromosome number, that is called as mitosis. What is meiosis? This is the form of cell division by which only gametes, not the other cell, will be divided. In meiosis there are two division. This is first division and this is second division. So here the number of chromosome will be half in each progeny. We will see mitosis in detail first. Mitosis, the term derived from the Greek word, this we have already discussed. That means a thread-like structure, and which gives two identical daughter cells. First time it was observed by the Strensburger, and in animal cell it was observed by Boveri and the Fleming. It is also called as equational division because we are getting the same number of chromosomes in the daughter nuclei. And it is also called as somatic cell division because it happens only in these somatic cells, not in the sex cells. So your question should be, what kind of cells would perform mitosis? I told you, somatic cells. It means all the body cells except the gamete cells. Some examples in plants and some examples in animal. Before starting the phases of mitosis, you should know about these terms. What is centrosomes? What is microtubules and which are the types? What is kinetochores? And what is sister chromatids? Sister chromatid I have already explained you in the last video, so I will not repeat it just now. First we will start with the centrosome. Centrosomes are the pair of centrioles. They always present in the animal cells, but they are absent in the plant cells. What is their main function? They are help in the production of the microtubules, or we called as a spindle fiber, which help the cells for the splitting during the cell division. Now what is microtubules? It is also called as spindle fiber. So spindle fiber, which are made up of microtubules, which themselves consist of the molecular subunit as a protein, tubulin. It means they are made up of a smaller unit structure which is called as tubulin protein. They seems to be originate and grow from the centrioles, but they can also originate from the basal body like cilia and flagella. For example, this is your bacterial cell. Here the basal body is there and this is called as flagella. So they must be present in this also. Centrosome, which gives the microtubules. Now types of the microtubules. There are three types: esters microtubules, polar microtubules and kinetochore microtubules. What is ester? This word you have already learned in chapter 1, cell organelles. Each centriole that surrounds by the radiating rays which are called as esters, and from this the microtubules were present in it which is called as ester microtubules. Polar microtubules which are present at the polar region which is arising from this, and kinetochore microtubules. See here, in this figure you can understand these three types: ester microtubules which are green in color, polar microtubules which are white in color, and the important one, kinetochore microtubules, which arise from the centriole only, but they will attach only to the kinetochores. Now, what is kinetochores? This I have already explained you in one video. They are the protein structure present on the chromatid and which help in the attachment of the spindle fiber. See, this is the molecular structure of the kinetochores. This kind of details are not in your syllabus, only for your information. This is called as centromere, and these two lines are called as kinetochores, the inner lining and the outer lining. So you can see here the microtubules are attached here. This is the main function of kinetochores. Now we will see the phases of mitosis. Basic phases are two: karyokinesis and cytokinesis. What do you mean by karyokinesis and cytokinesis? First we will see karyokinesis. The karyon is a Greek word which means by nucleus, and kinesis means movement. So when the nuclear division will be happen, that is called as karyokinesis. So in mitosis, first time the karyon will be divided, and then the cytoplasm will be divides. Here the constriction will be happen, and then if cytoplasm is divided, you will get two daughter cells. Phases of karyokinesis are prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. We will see these phases turn by turn in detail. First, prophase. Pro means first, and phase, as you know, it's a subdivision of the karyokinesis. So the name itself you can say about it is a first phase. It means prophase. Now listen me carefully. Prophase is a longest phase of a karyokinesis. It is a longest phase of karyokinesis. Now, which kind of events will be happen in this prophase? For better understanding, we are dividing prophase into the two phases, subphases, early prophase and late prophase. But if in the exams it was asked that identify this phase, then you should not write early or late. In our board exams, we have to just mention the phase. It means prophase. We didn't have to mention early or late. Clear about it? So now what will be happen in the prophase? The thread-like chromatin material which are present in the interphase. Here you can see the chromatin materials were present. It is a thread-like structure. So here this thread-like chromatin material condenses into the chromosome-like structure. Each chromosome is made up of two coiled sister chromatids. Each chromosome is made up of, this is 1 and this is 2. These two are called as sister chromatids. The chromatids are attached to each other at the center by centromere. Gradually this chromosome becomes very shorter and thicker. Now in animal cell, the centrosome, or you can say as centriole pairs, they divides into the two along with the duplication of the centriole present in them. Now this daughter centriole will be moved towards the polar region. It means moves to the opposite poles. As we have discussed, the plant cells doesn't have centrioles. Then you should ask the question, because centriole are important for the formation of spindle fibers. So if plant cell doesn't have centrioles, see here you didn't see the centriole, but still they have spindle fiber. Actually, in animal cell, the spindle fiber originate from the centriole, while in most of the plant cells where the centriole are missing, the spindle fibers arise from the general cytoplasm, a normal cytoplasm. Now next, this each centriole radiates out the ray-like structure which is called as esters. We have already discussed about it. What is esters? And the esters microtubules. A number of fine fibers appear between the two daughter centrioles which are termed as an spindle fibers. Here from the centriole it will be provided, and here from the normal cytoplasm. And the last one, which is important for the prophase, that the nuclear membrane and the nucleolus is almost disappear by the end of the prophase. Here you can see the envelope is present, but when it is moving towards the end of prophase, it means in the late prophase, you can see they will start disappearing. Now we will go for the next phase, which is called as metaphase. Meta means after. So after prophase, whatever phase is coming, which is called as metaphase. It is the second and the shortest phase of the karyokinesis. In last phase I told you that nuclear membrane and the nucleolus will be start disappearing. Here it will be completely disappear. You can't see here any dotted structure because it is completely disappear. The chromosomes arrange themselves on the equatorial plane. It means the middle plane of the cell, which is also called as metaphase plate. This is the main characteristic to identify the second phase, which is called as metaphase. The centromere of the chromosomes lies on the equator, whereas the arms are oriented towards the pole. Here also you can see the centromere will be in the center, but the arms will be here in this region. The chromosome becomes the shortest and the thickest. Now next phase, anaphase. Ana means back. It is the third stage of the mitosis during which many changes happens. For better understanding, like prophase, it was divided into early phase and late phase. The centromere of each chromosome splits and separates the two sister chromatids into the two daughter chromosomes. Before that, it was like this. Now it will be splits from here. So you will get here two daughter chromosomes, or you can say sister chromatid will be separated. The spindle fiber contract. Why it was said like contract? Because see here, it was separated one, and the spindle fiber which are attached here, now they were contracted, so they were pulling towards the pole area. If it is contracted, then it will be pulled toward this area. Thus, the daughter chromosomes will be separated and they will be migrated towards the pole area. Here you can see this into the late anaphase. During the migration, the arms of these chromosomes are directed towards the equators, while the centromere face towards the pole. Next phase is called as telophase. Telo means end. So that's why it is a last phase of karyokinesis. I am not telling last phase of mitosis, but last phase of karyokinesis. Here the daughter chromosomes reach to the polar region which was divided. The spindle fibers gradually disappear. See here in this phase you have seen the spindle fiber, here they were disappears. A chromosome uncoils into the masses of the chromatin net. It means now they are forming a chromatin, they are coming towards the forming a chromatin network. See here the dotted line is present. It means new nuclear membrane will be formed and the nuclei will be increased in the size. So nucleoli will again form. You can see this is the phase which is reverse of prophase. In prophase, nucleolus was start disappearing, here it was gradually reappearing. Chromatin fibers were condensed and form chromosome, here chromosome were going for the chromatin network. So that's why it was said like this. Gradually the cell constrict in the middle. The constriction will be happen here gradually, not total, because the cell wants to prepare them for the cytokinesis. What is cytokinesis? Cyto means cytoplasm, kinesis as usual I told you, movement or the splitting. So when the cytoplasm is divide and separate two cells, this process is called as cytokinesis. In the middle region of the cell, the microfilaments or the microtube induces the cell membrane for the invaginate. So the furrow will be formed which can finally cleaves or the separate two daughter cells. This is also called as cleavage method, which is different in animal and plant cells. How? In animal cell, the cleavage furrow appears at the beginning of the telophase, which become progressively deeper as the spindle fiber breaks down. Here you can see in the figure what is difference between it. In the animal cell, this furrow will be start from the periphery region to the center region. It means if this is the cell, the furrow will be start from this area and it will coming to the center like this, and the cell was divided into two. But in plant cell, the cell plate formation occurs, which is usually initiated from the center region. If this is the plant cell, it start from the center region and it will be occur towards the periphery. After forming this cell plate, the primary cell wall is formed on the either side of the cell plate, and thick secondary wall of cellulose is also laid down later on. Because the plant cell have cell wall and animal didn't have it. That's why this difference was there. Here in this slide you can see all the phases together. Whatever before I shown you, these are the diagram which is easy to understand. But these are the diagrams which we will observe in the lab. If it is prophase, you will find a prominent nucleus and the cell with the nuclear membrane. Metaphase means the chromosomes are in the equatorial place. This is how you can identify in the microscope. Anaphase, you can see in one cell only they will start moving to the polar area, and see how the telophase look. They were in the condensed form in the polar area but have some kind of constriction. This is microscopic observation for the mitosis. See here I have mentioned some difference of mitosis in plant and mitosis in animal. The points are very clear. Just refer it, and if any doubt you can ask me after this video. Here one word is centrifugal type. It means the furrow will be process or the progress from, they will start from the middle and they will go to the periphery area which is in the plant cells. And centripetal means the furrow start from the periphery and it will be moving towards the center region. I have already explained you, but terms are new to you. So clear about this difference? Last topic for today's video, significance of the mitosis. What is the importance of the mitosis? For the growth, mitotic cell division results in the formation of new cells because it occurs in the somatic cells. So they will give us growth. This we have already discussed. For the reparation of the damaged or the wounded part, where the maximum wear and tear happens, like skin or other cells also. For the replacement of the dead cells, like RBC, I have given this example. Reproduction, not for the sexual organism. Here it helps in the reproduction of asexual ways, like in amoeba. Mitosis also helps cells in the maintaining of proper size. And the last one, most important, identical, they are giving the identical daughter cells which have the same number of chromosome. The chromosome, therefore, the daughter nuclei are quantitatively as well as qualitatively similar. Many times, if it is the uncontrolled mitotic division which leads to the cancer. So this is all about the mitosis.